Pick a number between 5 and 347,000. This is probably the number of supplements you've been invited to try today. And supplement industry is huge. It's also where a lot of people get into trouble with AI, not because AI is evil, but because it can sound confident about research that's complicated, mixed, or maybe not meant for your personal situation. So let's learn a safe way to use AI here. Keep in mind, nothing in this video is personal medical advice. Supplements can interact with conditions, medications, and the goal here is to understand research in general and prepare questions for your clinician or your pharmacist. So that said, what we're going to do is ask the AI this question. Based on recent peer-reviewed research, what is the current guidance on pyrroloquinone, or commonly called PQQ, supplementation for a 50-year-old male? Include typical dosing ranges studied, potential benefits, risks, and contraindications. I should point out here that I am not a clinician, and if you wanted evidence of that, notice my amazing pronunciation of whatever PQQ really is. Remember, I have a book called How Seniors Learn AI, and it's available everywhere you expect to buy books like Amazon, Barnes & Nobles, and so on. It contains everything you need to learn AI tools and use them in your everyday life with comfort and safety. Now back to our video. Let's see what we got. So based on peer-reviewed research, PQQ is primarily categorized as a vitamin-like redox cofactor. For a 50-year-old male, current guidance focuses on its role in mitochondrial biogenesis and neuroprotection, often as part of a healthy aging strategy. It goes on to give me dosage recommendations, a table full of benefits, and all these sound amazing, don't they? Who doesn't want improved memory, attention, and executive function? It also offers the fact that this is paired with coenzyme Q10 often. There's some risks and side effects, and I also get contraindications and then warnings. Now, the prompt asks for guidance for a specific person, in this case, a 50-year-old man. We're going to shift it to what is studied in general and what should I ask a professional. So we're going to change the prompt. We're going to make it a little bit more detailed now. The prompt is going to be, summarize the human research on PQQ in general terms. Separate 1, what has been studied, 2, how strong the evidence is, 3, typical dosing ranges used in studies, 4, known risks, contraindications, and interaction categories, and 5, questions to ask a clinician or a pharmacist. If the evidence is limited or mixed, say so clearly. Okay, let's see what we get. Well, this is interesting. It points out that before 2026, there was a lot of animal studies. Now there's more targeted human clinical trials and so on. Human trials. The strength of evidence, promising but emerging. What does that mean? Well, promising means there's probably some effect, and emerging means they haven't studied it enough. Typical dosing ranges, known risks, questions to ask a clinician or a pharmacist. This is exactly what we asked for. Now, you might ask yourself, how in the world would you ever have come up with such a great prompt? Well, that is a good question. So what if we said, write a prompt to help me decide if I need PQQ. I am a 50-year-old male. Now, in this case, what I'm doing is I'm asking the AI to give me the prompt. And what happens there is it often will produce more output for the prompt and be more detailed than we would take the time to type on our own. So let's see what it says. I'm a 50-year-old male considering PQQ supplementation. To help me decide if this fits my profile, analyze the situation on the following data. Primary goal, blah, 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 blah. Now, it wants me to provide details in the brackets. So we'll just go ahead and do this. So I'm going to run it now based on this. So our primary goal is reducing brain fog. I have kids. I'm pretty sure they eat my brain. There you go. And current energy cognition. Oh, I feel sluggish in the afternoons. That is 100% true. Okay. Current supplement stack. Well, I take B12 and fish oil. Not too much of a stack there, but stacky it is. Health conditions, we're going to go with none. Device usage, none. We're going to type none correctly this time. Okay. Now you see why we use the AI to write a prompt. If me, a professional AI user, types so terribly, why not make the machine do the typing for us? So let's see here. So we've run this prompt and it says, based on your profile, a 50-year-old male aiming to clear brain fog and afternoon sluggishness. Here's an analysis of whether PQQ fits your current regimen. Number 1, synergy. Does it complement your current stack? And it goes on to explain. Number 2, risk benefits. Here's upside, here's risk. Number 3, the trial period, what to look for. Number 4, alternatives, prioritization. And number 5, it says PQQ is a strong candidate for you because you have no contraindications and your afternoon slump is a classic sign of mitochondrial efficiency issues. It's also old man disease, but maybe it's the same thing. What do I know? So you can see if I dial this all the way back, we have, number 1, written a simple prompt and got some pretty decent answers. 2, we were able to refine that prompt using some structure, and it went ahead and reformatted the information based upon the structure that we want. The third thing that we did is, because we're all humans and don't really want to write huge detailed prompts or may not even know what to write, we asked the AI to write the prompt for us, and it did a great job here. It asked us for a little bit of details and then provided a more specific answer. I'll point out, specific answer doesn't mean a perfect answer. So we must ask our clinician, our pharmacist, for final advice.